Hey now.
Welcome to Roswell. Welcome. I got one of the most best, perfect, awesome co-hosts you could ever have. You got Anthony from Unidentified S4.
How you doing?
And in the middle of the show, we're going to have another guest jump on. I'm not going to mention the name yet. It's going to be a surprise for some people who will be jumping on, and it's not Connor. That person will be coming on about 20, 30 minutes.
My boy.
But the show today is called Welcome to Roswell. And honestly, do people still care about the UFO crash? And that's a question. That's a question because I've heard people say different things about Roswell. And I wanted to talk this subject with Anthony, since, Anthony's my UFO guy. Do people even care about some of these older stories?
Yeah, man.
Most everybody knows Roswell, but just in case you don't, the Roswell incident is in 1947, recovery of a mundane metallic and rubber debris from a ranch near Corona, which that's kind of ironic, the name Corona, New Mexico, by United States Army Air Forces from Roswell Army Air Field. And the conspiracy theories decades later claiming that the debris, the properties involved flying saucer, that had the truth been covered up by United States. I mean, that's the basic story. Is Roswell true? But do people even care anymore? I mean, you always ask that. I heard some people say they over talk Roswell and this and this and this. So, you do think back in your mind, is it talked too much? Or is it not talked enough? Or do they not want to talk to us? I mean, there's so many weird things about this.
Look at it like this, Eric. It's history. It's UFO history, right?
It is real history. And I'm going to play this one video. And this is the music video. I already uploaded up to my channel a couple nights ago. And it's the town people throwing a UFO party in 2022. Yep. And it kind of made me look at it like, I think people do still care about it. So this is just a music video. There's no words in it. I already have this up on my channel, but this is just a town embracing the culture of this famous UFO landing. This is this year. This festival just happened this year in the middle of December. Now, here's some people talk about the festival.
On Friday, complete with alien costumes, virtual UFO tours, and a parade. The festival began July 2nd and ends July 4th with a special Independence Day celebration. People from all around the state and country came to visit and take part.
We've been doing the scavenger hunt passport for 2 days. We got here later on in the afternoon, so we did the first half, went to dinner, and now we're doing the second half.
I got a lightsaber.
Got a lightsaber.
One couple was in the middle of a road trip when they came upon the festival on accident.
Well, we've been doing a road trip for a couple of weeks now that everything's opened up, going through New Mexico and Colorado on our way back to Texas. And this is just a happy accident. We drove in and the UFO festival was happening. So I saw this place a couple years ago, and when I told my lady about it, we had to come.
For a woman in Lubbock, this festival is her 7th attended.
This year, well, we missed last year, which was very disappointing, and we just planned as soon as we knew it wasn't going to happen last year. We started planning for this year. We've been coming, this is our 7th time, and we just love it. The town is so great, and the people, and we love it. Yeah, we're excited. It was fun in, I think, 2018 when they had the anniversary special. We got to go out to the crash site, and that was exciting, and to see where that happened, and see some of the hosts from Ancient Aliens. They were here, and speakers. We got to hear them, like Linda Moulton Howe. And
View photo galleries from the weekend at krqe.com.
You know, if I had to put a list, you know, together of places that, you know, I want to see, I want to go to that festival. I want to go to the Mothman Festival.
Let's go, man. Let's set it up for next year. Let's go do it.
That's what I mean. It's time to visit some of these places and maybe do some shows from there and stuff, because when you hear people say people don't care about this kind of stuff anymore and all that, I beg the difference. I go to Comic-Con, Emerald City Comic-Con, every year in Seattle. Every year. I love it.
I go here in New York every year.
I love it because you're surrounded by people who love the same things as you. And there's nothing better than being around with people that love the same things that you love.
Yeah.
Toby. So it's
Comic-Con pass.
Yeah, we always go to Comic-Con, like I said, every year because it's just fun being around people, seeing things, and celebrate. It's a celebration. You know, like I said, in October 21st, you know, I'm going to go visit a Bigfoot conference for the first time, you know, and know it's going to be fun to be surrounded by people who like the same things that you like, who just trying to find out what's the truth out there. Yeah. Now and I didn't know, Anthony, that you went yourself to a New York con. So you yourself like festivals.
Oh yeah. Love them. Have a great time, man.
Yeah, because it just feels like you surround yourself with good people. It's like, you know, a lot of people put down sports. People don't have to like sports or not, but I'm going to tell you something. When in Seattle, when Seahawks have a great season or go, one year they went to the Super Bowl, it's like you see a whole town get together. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, what you look like, male, female. Everybody loves each other. It's like certain events, people love each other. And I bet you when you go to a UFO conference or a Bigfoot conference, nobody cares the color of your skin or what you sound. You're there to learn, to have a great time. Good time. Something powerful about that.
Yep. Agreed.
Oh, my good friend Purgatory of Paranormal New York. I've been to New York Comic-Con. It was great. They are fun. They are fun.
Tablet Center. Great time, man.
Yeah, and it's not just comics. They do everything there. And when people dress up, get in their outfits, and it's like the time they put into their outfits, it's just fantastic. And you know, so if you guys get a chance out there to go some of these events, UFO events, Bigfoot events, it doesn't matter, paranormal events, go take pictures, send it to us. I would love to show pictures of you guys. When I go to the Bigfoot conference, I go up there October 21st, and they only have like 4 suites in this whole Indian casino. Me and my friend, we got 2 of them. Dude, when I told my friend about this conference and about the hotel room, and we went online, we couldn't find, he wanted a suite. You know, if we're going up there, we're going to drive up there. Let's,
of course, do it right.
And there was nothing available. So he calls me, Eric, get on the line. I'm on a 3rd-way call with them, making sure that we could get some suites for this conference. So we got the suites, and we just purchased our tickets this weekend, and it was like an extra $25 for VIP. We're like, no, let's just get VIP.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We're not up here very often. It's in the Yakima area. It's like 3 hours away from us. It's a town that's more near the desert. There's actually an Air Force base out there, which my father used to be stationed on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool, and I can't wait to be surrounded by people
Burning Man is another UFO thing I want to do.
I remember when Burning Man started out, it was just a few people going out there burning pictures and art. My wife's brother used to go to Burning Man all the time. It's amazing. I remember when it started out like nothing, and now it's like an event, and which is fine. Dude, if there's an event for somebody to go to have fun, it's no different than going to your concert that you love. Just being around people like that, it's fantastic. So my recommendation, people in the chat, if you got a conference around you, go check it out. Go have some fun and send us pictures. I bet you Anthony would love to get pictures.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm telling you, man, we got to go next year, Eric.
Oh, we got to go. I
need you, Connor. We got to go hit that up.
Yeah, I need to, because get going. Get going.
That'd be a great time.
Now, I got this video here. It's an older video, but I'm curious to get Anthony's opinion. I know it's probably considered a fraud or fake and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. It was during the time. It was a new photo of alleged alien out there in Roswell. I know most people probably have seen this, but I want to get Anthony's opinion on it. And maybe some people don't know the story. It's called New Photo of Alleged Roswell Alien. Has people freaking out. So it's an older video. People probably already talked about it, already made up their mind, but doesn't matter. I want Anthony to see it and give me his opinion on it.
Good afternoon. A photo has surfaced that a lot of people are claiming is proof that the Roswell UFO incident was real. It's a picture of an alien-type creature, and they claim it was taken in 1947 in Roswell. Who better to check it out than our Roswell reporter, Cheyenne Cope. She hit the UFO museum to see what people there think. Cheyenne.
Well, Kim, the picture definitely has people talking at the UFO museum. It's one of the first things you hear when you mention Roswell. Aliens. And people come from all over the country to see them.
I'm a firm believer in aliens.
Well, this week, a never-before-seen picture was released that some people believe is more proof that a UFO did crash here back in 1947.
According to Kodak, yes, it is real. It hasn't been doctored. It hadn't been touched. It is from that time period, from the photographers that were in this area in 1947.
The photo was revealed at a conference in Mexico City on Tuesday. Someone claimed they found it in a box in an attic in Sedona, Arizona, along with pictures of Clark Gable, Bing Crosby, and Dwight Eisenhower. While a lot of people are calling it just another hoax, it's definitely fueling the debate again over what's known as the Roswell UFO incident. Mark Briscoe is the executive director of the UFO Museum. He says he can't say for sure if the slide is real, but that if it is, it could be a big deal.
I guess, okay, it'd be a game changer. I mean, either you're a believer or you're not, or you're a skeptic.
So what did people visiting the museum today think?
I'm skeptical.
Of course, it's a lot more fun to believe it could have been aliens. So no, I can't say I believe one way or the other, but I'm definitely open-minded about it.
I think it would be really silly not to believe that there's something out there other than us.
Now the museum director.
I want to go back to that picture. So
yeah.
Okay, so Anthony, what do you know? First of all, I know you've seen this picture.
Yeah.
What do you know about it, and what's your opinion about this picture?
Me personally, I don't think it's real.
Okay.
It looks fake, and it's in color. If it came from 1947, it would not be in color, right? It'd be in black and white.
Wow, that's a good point.
Just looking at the image itself, though, it looks like a fake little, like if somebody took a picture of a dummy laying down. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe I get from it, right?
I mean, if I get my opinion, I'm going to get my opinion. No way this is real at all. And my opinion is because of this. If that was real, I guarantee you it would not be sitting there. It would be studied by governments, studying the bones, the DNA, everything about it would be in a military hospital, I don't know, whatever. It would be investigated to the max. Because if that was, you're gonna tell me a real bone structure that is real, and nobody's taking it. There's been no
way in hell, and
There's
that's
no
not what
way.
they look like from the Roswell crash. They were little greenish blue, gray alien beings. That's not what it looked like at all, either. I mean, if you go look up Michael Surratt and look at the depictions that he had done up of the Roswell incident, the little beings that are sprawled out on the floor dead, that's not what they look like at all.
No.
Yeah.
And now, no, don't get me wrong. If this is the thing that inspires somebody to look further into it, to get themselves into the UFO communities, all that,
yeah,
then it's
More
done
power
its
to you.
job. It's done its job.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, and again, if that was a real alien,
It'd be in government
and the government for whatever reason says, "Oh, we're not going to touch it. You can do whatever you want with it." That thing would probably be sold like 100 times for some rich guy would have paid $500 million to $1 billion just to have it.
And not only that, the picture's not in black and white, man. It's too new.
I never thought about that.
They didn't have color in 47, man.
I never thought about that. I guess the only thing I would be thinking about is it's been sitting somewhere for so long, and somebody took the picture maybe 20 years ago. But you said it was found in a whatever. So
yeah, they picked with a color picture. They picked the wrong incident to try to hoax that with.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought that up about the picture color, because I was just thinking if that was real, that'd probably be in a Donald Trump's hotel. You could pay $1,000 a night and you could see a.
You know what, man? They Dr. Greer tried to pull a stunt like that not too long ago with the Atacama alien little figurine that they had, trying to say that was an alien that they had found in Mexico, and meanwhile it was studied and it ended up being an aborted fetus with like multiple forms of dysplasia and all different kinds of skeletal deformities that it had, and they tried to pass that off too like it was an alien, but it wasn't. They try to do this stuff all the time to us.
Oh yeah, there's some famous pictures of in the Bigfoot community of a Bigfoot that's in a fridge and
I've seen that dude, man.
And that's total. Everybody knows that's 100% fake.
So fake, right?
So,
yeah.
And people will do whatever it takes to get clicks and views or to get
not even
popularity.
that. So many people want to see something like that they immerse themselves in the subject and they want to believe every little bit of it,
Well, and you think to
and
yourself,
I understand where they're coming from. Believe me, I understand.
And you think to yourself, why would somebody do that? Because once somebody builds up a base, and even somebody comes out and claims that what you did is fake, usually once you have a base, people will stick behind you. Even though in front of your face, everybody knows it's fake, but it'd be like me. Like people might chat, I show something I said it was real, and everybody else says it's fake, and it turns out to be fake. People are going to stick behind me because,
Bro,
that's just the nature.
Just like this guy, Dr. Reed. He's coming back into the UFO game again. He's the guy that he said he killed an alien back in the 90s, right? And he had that cuff that he put on and it made him transport into another dimension and all that shit. It's all bullshit. We knew it was all bullshit back then. And now he's coming back into the UFO circle again. He was on, a famous channel a couple nights ago. He was on another one last night. And people were saying, if you want to ask this guy a question, you got to, super chat to ask questions. Right there's a red flag for me. You got to super chat to ask somebody a question. Red flag right there. Then this guy was saying, Dr. Reedy was saying, he got shot in the head by a shotgun and he lived. So you got shot in the head by a shotgun, right? But yet you had time to stop and have people take photos in the street of your head blown open. Come on, it's all bullshit. We found out the guy wasn't a doctor. He's a fraud. And I wish just people like that would get the hell out of the community already, man. It's bad for business.
No,
people are bad.
Now, Danny is correct here. Yet we had color film way before that. I love the W2 footage from the 40s and the color. And he is right. But the common person that had cameras, I'm not talking about.
Yeah, but the color footage they had back then, it almost looked like an artist
Yeah.
rendition.
And-
It wasn't like that.
And the common person did not have money for those kind of
No
cameras.
way.
It's all black and white. And this was found in an attic. I would think it was from a common person that would not have the abilities to have, I mean, listen, color TV's been around, in the 80s. We couldn't even afford one until my father actually won a color TV at a grocery store. True story. At a grocery store, you put in a name in a raffle and actually won a TV. And that was our first TV that we ever had that was color. And color TV's been around, since the 70s and stuff. So, but you got to have money back in the day to have the colors and all that. Most people did not have that kind of money. So, So, guys, now this one
is real quick.
Fun.
Color film was introduced around 1940, but only came into wide use for commercial motion picture production in early 1950s. In the U.S., Eastman Kodak's East Monocolor was the usual choice, but it was often branded with another trade name, such as Warren Color or Studio Film Processor. So it's not that you took the photo and it came out color. It had to be sent out to be processed, and it would be brought back to you in like a color type aperture.
And that kind of money costs a lot of money, and not for a picture to stay up in an attic.
Yeah, right.
Now, this is kind of a fun one. This one of the reasons I want to go to Roswell is sometimes even their McDonald's is shape of a spaceship in Roswell. So this is actually a video.
I gotta see that.
I'm not joking, people. It's called Roswell McDonald's in Roswell, Mexico. Here we go.
So cool.
Hold on, I'm gonna put up with it. The McDonald's in Roswell, New Mexico, is the only McDonald's shaped like a flying saucer in the world. I would go visit McDonald's just for that.
I want the toy from that McDonald's.
The building next door is covered by a huge mural. It is painted by local Roswell guerrilla artist Larry Wills. And I love that. Getting artists from the local people that live there. There's nothing better than seeing artwork from people local, not who's famous around the world. It's something special when you get somebody locally to do paintings and stuff because they embrace the culture where they live. So I love this.
The hamburger.
Inside the saucer, you will find many McDonald's characters. Greetings, you suspended from the ceiling. Wow, we gotta go there, man.
That's
we
so
gotta
cool,
go
man.
there now. But
I
there's
wonder
more.
if they sell the little toys.
Sell those toys
like with the UFO, like Ronald in a UFO and the Hamburglar in a UFO. That would be so cool, right?
Priceless. Those would be priceless to get it there. I'm not talking about ordering it from eBay.
I wonder if they sell them
there.
That would be cool.
And guys, you know what? And there's no excuse. I should try to start planning out like these road trips. Because for one thing, I told Anthony, I got a federal pass where I could stay at all federal parks, get into these parks and places for free. So I could camp around the whole United States for free.
You and I have been talking about it for a minute now. We
Yeah.
just haven't acted on it. We should really
really
do it, bro.
And all you guys got to do to get one of those free passes is go in the military, get injured. You get benefits. So my flock, I don't know if you like McDonald's or not, but would this be a place you want to visit now? Like, can you actually now tell somebody, say, there's actually a McDonald's I want to visit?
Well, this would be the second McDonald's I wanted to visit. The first one I visited was in Barstow, and it's a train. So.
Oh wow, train.
Oh, it's a train station. And
yeah, well, not a train station. They use a bunch of trains. They put them together. It's a truck stop. It's a McDonald's. A bunch of stuff.
It's a train
really
car.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's based. Mothership probably seen it. She lives out there.
Cool.
You know, usually there's certain places that you never really go visit in California because they always say it's good times go to die. Bakersfield's one of those. I've heard people mention Barstow.
Well, I'm just going through there on my way to Vegas, baby. Let's be realistic.
We used to have a restaurant.
It's not in gas, right?
That was a train car. We had Golden's Deli out here in Staten Island, and you would eat inside an old-fashioned train car. That was cool.
I'm gonna type that in. McDonald's.
Hey, look them.
In Barstow.
Lucum Spookum.
Yeah, that's where I discovered that if I drink like a whole thing of 5 Hour Energy, I'll go to bed. So I won't do that again.
I'm gonna show what she's talking about, and here's a picture of the one.
No, that's UFO.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
It's based, dude. Very based.
That is so. Oh, it is a station. It's a train pulling into the station. That is very cool, man.
Like I said, that would be the second one I'd visit.
Can you eat inside the train car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, shit. That's great, man. I love that.
Very cool. That is cool. That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they should do more things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
definitely. It's like they have those singing highways. If you drive the speed limit, you like play music, you know?
Yeah.
Like those kind of things. Those are pretty cool. Although I would fall asleep because they'll be like, oh, rhythm and go to bed.
Sometimes I have to go to McDonald's with kids and all that, but when I go, I don't eat the fries no more just because I have to cut out certain foods and fries is one of my guilty pleasures. But I would eat some fries at that McDonald's just to say I ate some fries there. Actually, my dog loves McDonald's because she always gets an ice cream cone. Here she is. Nice. Hold on. Look how cute she is.
Nah, the baby. Hello, baby.
Aww. I got pickles on my shoulder.
Oh, the baby.
No.
You know, Akashi Chris on Mindforked, September 30th is doing tarot card readings for the dogs, right? For the pets.
Well, she's gonna do one for Fred as well, one of my birds.
Well, for the pets, yeah, for everybody's pets.
Yeah.
So
well, you said dogs,
30th.
you know.
Dogs, cats, birds, pets.
All right.
Yeah, I sent her a thing yesterday for that.
So that's gonna be fun.
So now we're gonna check out this other video. It's called "Was the Crash in Roswell?" Let me see here. What's was the crash in Roswell a weather balloon? So that's, you know, I research it all. I look at it all. I don't care. You know, you got to study it all. Here we go. So here we go.
A large area of bright wreckage made up of rubber strips, tinfoil, and rather tough paper and sticks. These were the words that rancher W.W. Mac Brazel used to describe the debris found on his property on June 14, 1947. This bit of stuff set off a chain reaction triggering an investigation by Roswell Army Air Field's 509th Composite Group, and on July 8th, the Roswell Daily Record ran the headline, RAAF captures flying saucer on ranch in the Roswell region. But was it really a flying saucer? It was not. What was found at the ranch that day in 1947 were pieces of a large high-altitude balloon the U.S. Air Force equipped with microphones to listen for nuclear bomb tests in the Soviet Union, a prospect that was far more frightening than a UFO at that time. Studying the upper atmosphere has been around for a long time. In the 1800s, kite observation stations were established by the United States Weather Bureau, today's National Weather Service, for taking observations. Using kites had some disadvantages, mainly that you can't fly kites as high as balloons. Higher flights allow for much better weather readings. NOAA has been using weather balloons for a long time too, and still does today.
What kind of balloons do you like? Hot air? Weather? Party? Let us know in the comments section. And if you like this video, be sure to follow STEM in 30 on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe to the National Air and Space Museum's.
Okay, so air balloon. Could it be an air balloon? Now let me say something. Military is a tight community. If you've been in the military, you know it's a tight community, and militaries don't do press for anybody. They don't do press to the public. They don't have to. They don't need to. So to do a press, to come out and say it's an air balloon, which before other people said there was a real crash, there was something, so they're contradicting their own story. Military don't do press. So to come out to do a press in the first place is usually just because they're told to. Because no military person wants to do something for the public. They just don't. You don't. Because I don't know how to explain it. I mean, Anthony could probably tell you in his days of being a cop. There's things that you do. You don't want to talk to the press about your jobs and stuff, about news. That's something.
Ongoing investigations and stuff.
Ongoing investigations and stuff. So to come out and say it's a weather balloon, it's almost a slap in the face. And also, has anybody ever been out to Roswell, New Mexico? It's a
middle of nowhere,
fucking desert. Why would you even want to put an air balloon in a place like that, even in the first place?
Can I say one thing?
Well, but people do crazy stuff all the time. That's not really a good argument there.
The military probably wanted to be the first country in the world to say they captured a UFO with beings in it, right? We want to be first in everything. But shortly after, they probably realized, after looking at this craft, the capabilities that it had for the military industrial complex and how we could advance from it. And then they redacted their story. You understand? That's probably what happened. That's why they tried to cover it up with Project Mogul and then Project High Jump and all that shit with the weather balloons and dropping dummies from high altitude and all that shit. That's how I see it.
Or they were told to by the higher ups.
Right.
Because if you seriously, just think about it. You got this flying saucer that's crashed. Why you would not want to share that with the world?
No way.
You don't want the China, Japan, Germany, Russia all be involved. So you come out with a story saying it's air balloon, saying, look, this is what it is. There's nothing to see here. Go away. Because if you found something, listen, military government always says about protection of of our country. Everything is protected. But if you found something that they can figure out maybe a weapon for the future, you don't want to share that because to beat the other guy, you got to have a bigger gun. Okay, you got to have a bigger gun to defeat the other guy. So why would you share some information that will allow you to have a bigger gun versus any other countries out there? I hate to say it. We live in a world.
That's why they retracted the story and said that it was a friggin' weather balloon. But the cat was out of the bag because the initial news press release that went out said they had a downed UFO. That was it. Cat was out of the bag, right? You can't put the cat back in the bag after that. That's it.
And that's the key, retracting a story. I mean, there's so many cases. I can tell you one of the famous cases of Ed Lorraine Warren cases of the haunted house. I think if I remember, maybe it was New York, that when Ed Warren talked to a few cops, got their statements saying that this stuff was real and stuff. And then the very next day, the police came out and did a story and it says, no, there was nothing there. But how come the first group said there was?
Ed and Lorraine had a cop that worked for them in the beginning. It was an investigator that worked. He was a detective that was on their team in the very beginning.
Yes, they even had that character in one of the movies too.
Yeah, right. What's up, Ron? But all these UFO stories that we get little snippets from, like what was his name? Who was it? Greenwald a couple weeks ago put in a FOIA request to get information on UFOs that we have, and they turned them down, and they said that you can't put the FOIA request in it now because all UAP information is classified. Ron was just saying this the other night. So what was the sense of having congressional hearings if you can't even put a FOIA, request in for the information? You're supposed to be able to do that with a Freedom of information request. Now they're going to shut you down because you're asking about UFOs. Why would they shut you down if it's not real? You know what I'm saying?
That's the question.
Right? Doesn't make any sense to shut you down if it's not real.
Well, you know, it's like a big smoke screen, and you know, and let's be honest, you know, if you're running for office and stuff, if you're known as you're that person that's trying to get the truth out there, you probably get a lot more extra votes.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It's more acceptable to send your dick pics out than it is to believe in UFOs.
Right.
Or whatever.
You're absolutely right. Or congressmen getting busted with little boys or little girls or cheating on their wives.
Yeah, that's all Tuesday. But if you believe in like UFOs or ghosts or something, you're insane.
For DWI, and that could be national news, but no, can't talk about a UFO.
Yeah, there's literally people in official positions hitting and killing people, and they're driving with them in the windshield and shit. But that's like, oh yeah, whatever, normal. But if you say, oh yeah, and I believe UFOs and I've never done anything wrong, they're like, oh no, crazy person.
The only way you're going to get 100% transparency in the UFO game is if a friggin' UFO lands on the beach behind my house and I call the news first and I go live right from there and I say, this friggin' thing just crashed in the water and I'm filming live from, you know, behind my, here it is.
But you're on TikTok, so nobody's going to take you seriously.
I'm holding a friggin' dead alien up by its throat while I'm filming live. I'm like, here it is. This is it. This is real, you know? That's the only way you're going to get answers. Other than that, it's not going to happen.
Sorry, Paulo has to join the party because Pickles is on me. So now Paulo's on me.
I got this big orange. I got this orange cat. It's my son's cat.
That's a beautiful color cat. I had a cat that color when I was a kid.
I watched my son's animals, and the cat's just walking around like, I'm going to walk in front of the camera. I don't care. I'm going to walk on top of the screen. I don't care.
I didn't even know you had a cat.
Oh,
these aren't my cats. My son has 3 cats. Oh, I'll tell you a funny story one time about cats real quick. At the time, we knew my son had 2 cats. There was a black cat and this golden cat. And one day we go downstairs. And there's this gray cat, and I'm sitting there like, did the black cat? That black cat looks different now. The black cat looks more gray. I go, am I having a Mandela effect or what? And then we found out that my son got a 3rd cat, and that without telling us, he was hiding it. And here I'm like thinking, did this cat change color? Or, you know, I thought I was going crazy because this cat seems smaller.
That's funny.
And then we found out. Then we opened this door. Oh, there's the original cat. Where's this? Who's this cat? And then they gave me a story that they saved this cat from somewhere, and it's like, yeah, but tell us, because I'm tripping out thinking I'm having some kind of a Mandela effect where this cat was black and now it's gray, because I never heard cat colors. The cat's rubbing her face on my computer and causing it to move.
When my wife bought my little one Bella that passed away, she literally fit a little Yorkie. She fit in a coffee mug. That's how tiny she was when we got her. She fit inside the coffee mug. Just her little head popped out of the top of the coffee. Whole body fit in there. Charlie too. When we got Charlie, he was like this big. It was like a little rat when we got him. Adorable.
Now, I do have another video. This is not technically Roswell. This is called Area 51 is real, but sorry, no aliens. So this is a claim that it is real, but no aliens. So let's check it out.
Hollywood has long showed an obsession with Area 51.
Welcome to Earth.
From aliens to UFOs, it helped fuel a perception that the government has been holding on to top secret information about this remote facility in the Nevada desert. Until now, it had only really existed in places like the X-Files on television, but newly released CIA documents officially acknowledge the site for the first time. Annie Jacobson spent several years researching Area 51, publishing her findings in a book.
This has kind of become a national pastime and a great debate, you know, about aliens. And the locus of this is Area 51.
But if you're looking to gain insight into aliens or spaceships, you might be disappointed. The report makes no mention of those things. Instead, it says that Area 51 was a testing site for the government's aerial surveillance programs during the Cold War. Not that sensational, but it's likely to cause more fascination about this mythical place.
I think any document that comes out about Area 51 stirs up the pot of intrigue. People are inherently fascinated with Area 51. It says so much about national security secrets. So I think any new release makes people even more interested.
The documents obtained through a public records request by an academic researcher may put an end to questions about the site's existence. But experts like former CIA officer Bob Baer, who calls it one of the agency's biggest secrets, says the debate will rage on about whether we're really alone.
No, this isn't going to go away. The myths about Area 51 will always be out there. I don't even know what went on there. And I was in the CIA a very long time, and people that worked out there have told me recently they didn't know all that was going on there. So there's sort of, secrets within secrets, and it will always remain a mystery. And always remain a place of fascination.
For Out Front, Dan Simon, CNN, San Francisco.
You know what they never tell you? Yes, Area 51 did test all types of top secret aviation stuff. But they never tell you that Area 51 was chosen because to bring UFO material there, because it was a top secret base, because it was unknown to the public that it existed, and because they had everything down there, locked up where nobody even knew where the base was. That's why they chose Area 51 to bring the equipment, to bring the UFOs and stuff.
And it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's where
they always spin it around like there's no UFOs. Well, Area 51's to test, military planes and top secrets. Yes, that's true. But that's why it was chosen to bring UFO crash retrieval material there, because nobody knew about the base back then. We only found out about it when early 2000s, was it? We found out about it.
Oh no, we didn't find out about it until officially Obama said that.
Yeah, Obama,
I think.
Right. So.
Yeah. Because before that, no, not real.
Well, let's think about
Obama made it into existence.
This guy name's Bob Baer. He's a former CIA officer. Okay, and I'm not questioning his being an officer for CIA, but if you truly worked in the CIA, which he has, and there are secrets on that, he's not allowed to say secrets on air.
Yeah, but not even that. Just because he works for the CIA doesn't mean he knew anything about Area 51.
Yeah, exactly. You could be a janitor.
Not even that. You could be the director of the CIA. If you're not
that's why I'm not in the CIA, because I'm everywhere.
You don't have a need to know about what's going on a special access program. You don't have a need to know. It doesn't matter if you're a 4-star general. The president doesn't even know some shit that goes on. Don't forget, he's only a 4-year guy. After that, he could be gone if he doesn't get reelected again. Presidents get changed like toilet paper. It's only the long-term people that get read in that know about all this top secret shit like that.
Anthony, you're 100% correct, because there's this thing that everybody thinks that governments know everything, and I keep telling people that, listen, these senators and governors, they're only in there maybe 4-8 years. Sometimes you get lucky, maybe longer. You think they're going to tell secrets to every single buddy who comes in and then they're out? Because once you're out, that's usually when you talk freely on what your experience was. If they told every single government person, CIA person, everything that they have, the whole world will know.
Yeah, like Senator Harry Reid, may rest in peace and everything, but he tried to play that game with us. Oh yeah, we got Lou Elizondo. He's the director of ATIP and OSAP and all of that, right? And we bought it because he was like, Harry Reid was like this top high guy that was around all this top secret shit, right? So you're going to listen to a guy like that in the UFO community. But then we come to find out after doing months and months, years now worth of research, that Lou Elizondo was a fucking nobody. He was the director of nothing. So it's just more bullshit that we got sold, man. It's always
and go vote for Anthony.
Yeah.
Only 10 hours left
Yes, I'm running
So-
for president of the United States.
So
Go Dave.
Anthony put in the link earlier, guys, of a place where you go vote for him. Yesterday, I think you were at 6th place. Did you check?
I'm in
today?
6th place still.
You're still in 6th place. All right, guys, 10 hours left. He's in 6th place. You got to make him 1st place.
I voted. I voted every day.
Here it is, right here.
No, I think that, yeah, there it is. I'm going to pop it in there again. And then that gets me into the top 10 finals, and then it goes for another week, and then that's it. If I can get to 1st place, man, I think that's it, man. Be very lucky.
Be based.
I'm telling you, if I win that 13 grand, we're doing a like a top-notch, real deal documentary. Like I'm hiring a real deal film crew, real deal production company, and we're doing this.
And let me share the screen for a second. I want to show people how easy it is. So if you click on his link, you go into a link just like this. It says currently 6th place. It tells you 6th place. And guys, this is all you have to do. This is how easy it is.
You can either
You
hit
see the red button that says scare vote.
well,
Click on it.
that's if you want to buy votes.
Oh, if you want to buy,
they're
but
$1,
here is a
or
free
you can hit
daily
the free vote, and that's it.
Boom. And then free voting, verify with Facebook verification by card.
You can verify with your credit card or by Facebook. Just click the Facebook one, and that's it.
And then look, and boom.
It's that easy. You
That's
do it from
it.
the couch and the bed.
And then do. There you go. Easy as that, people. Easy as that. So give him a vote, because if he wins, we're going to have a big party.
Right?
I swear to God, and anybody that purchased votes, I got the names down here from yesterday. I got everybody's names written down. I'm doing another raffle with some high-end giveaways. For anybody that bought, dollar raffles for me, I could see your names, but you can also let me know if you do that. And if we win, and I do like a real deal documentary, everybody that purchased votes is going to get like a producer credit on the documentary when we do it. Your names will be in the credits. So, because I'm doing this. If I win, I'm definitely taking that money and putting it to good use and doing a high-end documentary.
You got a couple of people who just voted here.
Thank you, everybody.
Slocum just voted.
Thanks. Thanks,
Terry
everyone.
Brown just voted.
Appreciate you all.
So let's help them get that first.
Yeah, I don't know how many votes it takes for your number to drop. Maybe it's like every 10 votes you drop down a place. I don't know how that works, but whatever it is, the more votes, the better. It helps out.
Now I got another video. This is not a UFO video. It's called Wolf-like creature spotted, and it's supposed to be. It says in Roswell, but it doesn't look like Roswell. But I mean, I'm not here to say it is or not. But this is called Wolf-like creature spotted. So let's check out this and see what you guys think. I don't think that's Roswell. It's too green, in my opinion. But
that looks like a wolf, man. Looks like a timber wolf.
I mean, it looks like a wolf to me, but according to this, it's a
wolf-like
creature spotted. So
that's a wolf. It's a real deal wolf.
And I wanted to get your opinion. So you think it's a wolf? I think it's a wolf too. It's very wide.
I can tell you with 100% certainty it is not a bird.
Oh, it's a shapeshifter.
I think it's a timber wolf. Or a mix, timber wolf and some kind of dog.
So that was just a throw-on video. I was just curious what you guys think. I think it's a regular wolf, but
oh yeah, it's a big animal.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not a bird.
Have you ever seen a real wolf, Eric, up close?
Oh, I've seen wolves up close. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy had one as a pet, and it fucking really scared the shit out of you, man. Because they snarl, like when they're being nice, like they show their teeth and snarl, like when they're sniffing you and stuff, man. It's if you're not familiar with the animal, it's fucking scary.
Looks like back in Minnesota. It does. I don't think that was Roswell because it was too green, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Roswell.
So we got 8 minutes left. But I want to go back to Roswell for a second. So I want to ask Anthony, in your own opinion, of Roswell in 1947. Do you feel, and there's no right or wrong, everybody has the rights to their own opinions. Do you think, we're not there, we weren't born there. I wish we could go back in time to see it for ourselves. But what you've seen, what you heard, do you believe that was a real, not UFO? UFO is an unidentified flying object. That could be anything. Do you feel that was a ship from another world?
Yeah, I do.
And do you feel that they did take away some alien bodies? What? If it crashed, there had to be some bodies, unless it's the alien.
I do, and I'll tell you why I believe.
Okay.
Never mind all the testimony from the military guys and the Area 51 guys in the know. The one person that did it for me was the interview with the nurse, with the female nurse that was there, that seen the body, and it scared her to death when she seen it and smelled it. And when she told her account of what she seen,
oh, hey, Amber,
that sold it for me.
What do you think, what's your opinion? You believe that Roswell is real?
Actually, yes, I do. And not just because Rod's making dioramas of it, because that's 100% facts there. But
dioramas are dope.
Right? Rod is dope. But besides that, no, I do believe that it's a real thing. I 100% do, in my opinion. I mean, I don't honestly usually say my opinions much because nobody cares. But that being said, you asked, so therefore I'm telling you, yes, I believe it 100%. I do believe that they did find bodies before I even heard that nurse's thing. But yeah, I find it really funny though too, because like the cover story was just so rushed. You know what I mean? It's so rushed. It's literally the worst. It's like, why did we come home on time last night? Flat tire. It's like, oh my God, Paulo.
Long Island Bigfoot. Are you talking about the South Haven Long Island crash that happened in '92, buddy?
Hold on, I'm bringing that down. What was the question you asked?
Long Island Bigfoot said there was a crash on Long Island in '92 that gets less attention, but happened the same way as Roswell. I said, was that the South Haven crash that he's referring to?
Mike, it is weird how we look overall the culture of the country, how they lock onto certain storylines, because right here in Washington we had the famous May Island incident where a UFO crashed above Puget Sound, which I'm only half, not even half a mile. It's like right there. And, the first stories of the Men in Black ever appearing. But you don't hear about that as much as you hear about Roswell. So it's weird how the world gets attached to one story and every other story kind of gets blown over.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, unless there's a hot person that's involved or something.
And why don't we hear about new awesome sightings? Right? 1993, and I'm just going to use me as an example. 1993, I had my encounter. Why is that not like a story that you hear? And I'm not saying because it's mine. I'm just using it as an example. But even South Haven, Long Island, why don't we hear about that incident more? Why don't we hear about what happened to me in '93? Why don't we hear about the newest stuff?
Why don't we hear about the Arizona lights anymore? I mean,
yeah, we don't hear, about any of the newer incidents. It's always, Roswell and the older stories. None of the new ones ever get attention like the old ones did.
Do you think it's because the culture is, if it's not on TV, if it's not on,
good.
It's not on the Learning TV, Channel, History Channel, then then people won't care.
Yep.
Possibly.
Exactly.
It's sad. Talking about Area 51. Hold on a second. Where's the scene where we talk about? We made a comment about exiling two little aliens from Area 51. Is it here?
Area 51?
No, 2 nights ago, King Tut stole the Ark of the
Hold on, is it here?
Like a protected bubble.
Hold on.
Under alien.
What, the green? Oh, there we go. There we go. See, I made a little Easter egg about
You guys really find bodies at Roswell?
Not dead, but a crazy lavender alien.
What, the green friend?
Yes, they were misbehaving, so we exiled them.
So if you guys didn't notice that in the cartoon, I did make an Easter egg about Area 51, and the lavender alien, the green alien, were technically the aliens that crashed at Roswell. But they were so like naughty aliens, they exiled them. They got rid of them. So if you guys didn't see that Easter egg in that cartoon, there was an Easter egg about the Roswell and Area 51.
Base.
I was hoping that somebody would catch that.
Our cartoons are the best, man. I love them. I'm telling you, if we entered them into like competitions, they're gonna win awards. They will win awards. It is good.
Yeah, only if you have a bird.
Thank you, Nina, honey. They are good, right, Sarah?
They are good. They just need a bird.
My niece that we adopted, she watched these cartoons over and over and over. She loves them. When it stops, she's like, "Play it again. Play it again."
Speaking of which, as for she's really talented. I saw the video that you put, or one of your many thousands of videos, and he posted on Facebook for, I think, was it gymnastics or something?
Oh yeah, she started.
Yeah, it was bass.
She's really good.
This is a character.
I'm everywhere,
this is
guys.
a character that's going to be, this character is going to be in the next one. I just want to show people that the direction of the next one's going to be, and I'm just showing you guys because I don't have a voice for that character yet. So anybody wants to donate to the channel, send me an email, and you can be the voice of Davy Jones.
Yeah, Long Island Bigfoot. Your voice would fit perfect in that.
Oh my God! You know when yesterday on your show, Anthony, I think Long Island Bigfoot's in there saying I think Mike was saying he's almost ready to be a voice.
I'm telling you, he would be perfect for this pod. He's got the voice.
He's got the
Davy
voice.
Jones.
That would be good.
Hands down.
I think he'd be terrific, but that's the direction. And if anybody wants to help tribute with the show, just donation anywhere.
Dan.
And Danny is actually donating to the channel. But he wants to play a character, but the character is going to be in a couple episodes. It's not in the next episode, but Danny had told me.
You got somebody in mind for him already?
He told me behind the scenes what character he wanted to play.
Right,
and I'm like, well, that's actually going to be up in episode 7. The character he wants to play. That's cool. You know, I love it when people get excited for certain characters.
I can see him popping on an episode as Johnny Cash with his voice and be like, somebody looking for the man in black, and he plays Johnny Cash. And you say something like, no, not that man in black. We're looking for the alien men in black. You know,
base.
And
right?
and people in the chat, if you guys could help me out, share out that cartoon for me, share it out to different people, because the weirdest thing is it's so weird for me to understand is views wise, it's not views wise. I don't want to say this, but it's actually not doing well.
That has nothing to do with the talent.
And I think it's I'm not saying it's one of the
algorithm. How they do it.
I'm not here to say it's one of the better ones, because each episode has a special heart for somebody. Like the moon stuff might be for this person, the desert stuff, but the way you can help, I'm not asking you guys to help donating, but there's other ways you can help out. Share out the cartoon, share it. Hey, if you got a local news channel, you should email them and say, hey, you guys should start playing this cartoon during your news channel, show like local people and stuff. You know, whatever you can, show it out
on your Facebook pages, so your friends can see it and stuff like that. That's the best way, we can get it out there.
Yeah, and
there's nothing bad in it. Let your nieces and nephews take a look at it. My niece is 7; she watches it all the time.
I know, but didn't Facebook take it down for nudity?
They did, and then they put it back up.
So funny.
Because Amber Paraworld is making her debut in the next one, and I want to show you a picture of her character that I had. The guy I paid extra to try to get it to look like her much as I can.
Oh, let's see. Mermaid.
That's awesome.
I don't know what Amber looks like. I've never seen a photo aside from her chat picture there.
She's been on my channel like 2-3 times. She's
Lord. Shame
and
on you.
she actually given me some private readings, and she's the one that told me that my past lives, I have 8
Brother
of them.
them?
I have 8 past lives.
I wonder how that works. If you die and then you're asked if you want to come back, or
Well, I'm never gonna if that's the case, then I'm just gonna say no.
I don't want to come back.
Oh, life's the worst.
But overall, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. It's fantastic. It's. I wanted to see if people still care about Roswell when I've seen that Anthony still cares about his investigating. And the videos that I've shown, people having celebrations and celebrating the culture of, and listen, do everybody go to these festivals believe everything they are? No, but majority of the people who go to these are UFO.
Just want to get drunk.
Can I say one thing, Eric, real quick before we go?
For it. Say whatever you want to say.
So I was talking to Eric before the show, and last night I was, UFO hunting on the beach like always, and there was a million cop boats in the water and helicopters circling, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, a bunch of cops walk up to me on the beach, and they're like, sir, you gotta clear the beach. This is a crime scene. So, I pulled out my badge and I was like, yeah, I'm on the job or whatever. All right, brother, move down 100 feet. I said, what the hell happened? They said, a body was pulled out of the water. We found a woman's body. So now that all cleared out over here, the body washed in from Jersey, apparently a 20-year-old girl, right on my beach, right here. And I'm going to go and I'm going to do an EVP thing out there and see if I can catch any spirit orbs now that,
I'll do it at 3 a.m. That'll make you real popular on YouTube.
Washed up on the beach. Just telling everybody, what was it, Eric? Like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was on the beach, like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. My flock texted me. I just got done talking with him. And I turned around and I thought a man was standing next to me. And I'm talking to this guy and I turn around and nobody's there. But a year or so ago, a guy drowned on the beach. So I thought, oh my God, maybe it was the ghost of this guy. Now this happened. So this is fresh from early this morning. I'm going to see if I can get any activity off this case now.
Yeah, the strangest thing happened last
night.
The strangest thing happened last night, though. I was watching.
The date's right there.
I was watching Matt on TV last night, and I hadn't slept in almost 3 days at this point, but I wasn't like hallucinating or anything like that. It's just been normal for me, right? Anything past like 4 days and not good. But anyways, so he, I fell asleep watching him, and then I woke up this morning watching him. It was the weirdest thing. But my point being is, a black solid hand like came from like behind the TV and like grabbed the TV. It was crazy. But like as of late, my room itself has like been kind of weird active. I was talking to somebody on Discord, and they're like, "Who's that like behind you?" And I'm like, "There's like nothing behind me. There's like a refrigerator and
you
wall."
don't sleep, my flock. You stay up for days at a time. So when you sleep deprived, that shit happens too. I'm not saying that it's not haunted, but that does happen.
Yeah.
Right, I know that, but my point being is I have insomnia and just I'm in a lot of pain all the time, so I just don't sleep. It's just how it is. So it's not like I'm like go on drugs and crap like that either. So my point being is I see that, and then there was one time I was and there was this black solid thing blocking the TV like a few months back, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But
And
I'll
guys,
see what
so,
happens on the beach.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be back at this exact same time. It seems like this is the sweet time where I have no appointments, no anything. So I'll be back tomorrow, and the subject tomorrow is going to be related to the UFOs, abduction stuff. Like, how am I going to explain this? Weird things that happens to your body. Tears or not, because I have some weird things happen to my body. I want to break it down with Anthony. If Anthony can show up tomorrow, it's up to him. I know we're all always
Might not
busy.
here all the time,
but with certain things on the bodies, could those be technically abduction? So I want to get involved in injuries and stuff, because there's certain things that I've told Anthony that there's some parts of my body, they don't understand how this happened. And I'll bring it up tomorrow in an introduction, medical kind of a thing. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, please jump back tomorrow. I want to thank my father, Anthony. It's always fun. It's always fun talking. And because I'm inspired by Anthony, you saw the intro in the first 10 seconds is I'm inspired because every time I see Anthony, I always see aliens dancing. And I'm like,
I saw that.
I want to add a little of that to me because I love that. It just feels good. So I'm gonna end the show with the intro that I started with today. So beyond that, guys, I'll see everybody tomorrow
later,
on the
everybody.
Paranormal Highway.